Good evening. Good evening. It is Tuesday, January 25th, 2022. Welcome to the Keeping It Real Conversation Show. I am your host, Camila, aka Sunshine. It has been a wonderful evening. We are live on Spotify. We are live on GrooveRadioDetroit.com. We are live on YouTube. We are live on my Facebook page, which is Sunshine Camila, Kamela. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. Like and share. I am having a ball this evening. Main purpose also that I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You are one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. It has been proven over and over again. I can't tell you enough about how this works. It is awesome. And I'm trying to make sure that the Facebook is coming up and I don't see it. So oh, there we go. Sometimes these phones be delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I see that it's on there. So I shared and make sure that it is open so everybody can see. Um, so I have short bio about Alana
Yes, ma'am.
Dillard.
Yes, ma'am.
She is happily married to a wonderful Prince Charming. Amen to that.
Yes.
She is a mom of 3 adult children, 2 young ladies with a bonus son.
That's right.
She's a proud Gigi, as we know that to be grandmother of a granddaughter and 1 grandson in the state and 5 bonus grandchildren out of state. She says, my mom says I have always tried to teach and tell people things. This has landed me in the field of education for over 10 years. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Business Management, a Master of Business Administration, Public Administration, and a Master of Arts in Education, Adult Education, and Training. With One Healthy You, I have decided to share my knowledge, care, and goodwill without all outside of the classroom. One Healthy You volunteers often in the community. One Healthy You assists in advocacy causes, speaks at engagement, and hosts programs, seminars, and classes on being or becoming one healthy you. The knowledge I've gained, I just want to share so everyone can be the healthiest individuals possible. I want you guys to welcome Alana Dillard to the show. I'm excited. I'm excited. One of the reasons I love doing what I do is because sometimes some people surprise you and they let you know that they're watching you.
Okay.
So I never met her, but somebody inboxed me and said, listen, sis, you need her on your show. And I'm like, okay, if you say so, let's go.
Right.
So she sent me the information. I reached out. So Nicole Massey actually inboxed me and said, Liz, I need you to have her on the show. I believe that she has something to say and it needs to be said. And I said, okay, I never fight up. And so um again, I believe this is your first time too on a
Yes. Yes. I was listening to the other. That's all right. That's all right. You got us first. You got us first before we blew up. We gonna come back. I'm gonna come back.
please do.
I'm gonna
Please
come back.
do.
Okay, girl. Yes.
So I'm y'all just don't understand. And so again, Nicole said, look, she got a story to tell. And I'm all for when I sing One Healthy You, she all down my aisle. So I gotta hear what you got to say. So ma'am.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yes, I have a great support system. I'm very thankful. And Nicole is one of my dearest friends. We've been friends, oh gosh, probably about 15 years almost now. And I'm very thankful for the support and the network. So I actually, I'll be honest. You know how you go somewhere and you do something or you see something and you like, that was cool, but I would have added this. That was nice, but I would have did that. And it wasn't to diss anybody. It wasn't. It was just, I believe I have my way of doing things. And I decided in the midst of the pandemic, I'm going to stop talking about it and be about it. I'm going to start actually doing something. If not me, then who? I need to go on ahead and make a difference if that's what I'm going to do. And one of the very first things I did after starting my company was actually to volunteer at Focus Hope. My whole vision has to deal with being the healthiest you in every aspect. I suffer from a thyroid condition, so it's going to be more than difficult for me to lose weight, but I can eat healthy. I can have a healthy lifestyle. I can have a healthy diet. And so I wanted to speak to people and come to people and address people on not just the physicality, but also the emotional, the spiritual, the mental, of having a healthy relationship, of having healthy communication, of being able to just be the best, well-rounded, healthy person that you can be. And, I got tired of people, not tired, but happy about it. When people say, girl, you need to share that with somebody. Girl, you need to put that on Instagram. Girl, you need to write that down. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to start doing that for real. And that's what I started doing. And I get people inboxing me saying, oh my God, you don't know what that did for me. Oh my God, girl, that scripture today. Oh my God, that post you just made. And it just, because sometimes I wonder, is it too much, or I don't know, maybe they don't want to hear this. And just as soon as I'm thinking that, somebody drops in my inbox like, girl, you was talking to me. I'm like, okay, amen. And again, not even just for women, but for everybody.
Everybody, right.
Everybody in every way. If you feeling negative about what you're doing, what you're saying, where you're at, if you feeling heavy after you done ate that pound cake, you ain't need that pound cake. You could have had a slice. But you just said it ain't half the cake. Come on, everything within moderation. And so that's just what I'm all about, trying to give back and help as much as I can.
Well, I'm excited. I'm like, okay, so where are we gonna start at? So when you have someone over the time, sometimes we don't realize that we have become emotional eaters. Listen, at one point, I was 300 and almost 340 pounds. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But you said at one point it was. You said it was.
I said it was.
Come on with that testimony. Come on.
What? So, and it took me a minute to address myself, because you be in denial. You still be like, oh, you look good, but do you see your honey?
Right.
Did you just walk past that mirror? And I still was in that. I'm fine, just the way I am. And then they got the diagnosis, ma'am, you diabetic. Like, me?
Right.
You sure?
Right.
Run that the right one.
Right.
And so it was like, okay, let's be honest with yourself. This is a condition that has ran in your family, on both sides, or your family. Both your grandmas got amputated.
Oh no.
And shortly after that, it was, yeah. So you got to make a decision. Either your emotional eating is going to take you out of here,
right,
or you're going to have to start opening your mouth and talking.
Right.
Get back to you.
Right.
And start cutting out everything that's causing Listen here.
Get to the root. That's right. Pluck it out.
So, and that was a long journey, and it's still on a journey. With emotional eating, changing up and down, and all of these roller coasters. So, what do you say to a person, meaning myself, to get from that and cut the sugar out? When I tell you I'm a bread lover, that Mountain Dew calls me every now and then, almost every day.
You can't answer every day. You can't answer every day. I have a saying that I developed, and it's do you, be the best you, and be true to you. Every day is a new day. Morning by morning, new mercies we see. So we have to take every day. Every day is a struggle for me. I want to eat potato chips. I'm going to be honest. I want to eat better made hot potato chips. Okay. The $1.09 bag. I like that in the bed. Yeah. Watching some Power. I love it. But I have to tell myself, I'm super short. My license says I'm 5'1", and anybody who got something to say about it, that's too bad. But I'm not. But that's what my license say, and that's what I'm sticking to. So I'm short. So I can't sit and eat potato chips. I can't. I would like to. Potato chips and French fries. I like carbs. I would like to, but I can't. So that's the best me that I can be, is to say, okay, girl, this weekend, it's me and you. We're going to get some fries. We're going to enjoy them. We're going to sit back. I have sat in the parking lot like, I don't even want them to get cold. I want them while they're hot. You got to enjoy that. You can't deprive yourself of everything. But it's the self-control to know that, okay, when I have it, I'm going to enjoy it. And then honestly, for some things, I used to love birthday cake a whole lot. And I had to pray, like, Lord, please don't let this birthday cake be good. I really did. Like, please, Lord, just take the goodness of the birthday cake out. Take the buttercream sugar out. I did, because it's like, I need some help. So it's being honest with that. My friends know me. They're probably cracking up online like, yeah, she like potato chips. She like birthday cake. Because I do. But I have to also know when to say no. I'm going to say that for vacation. I'm going to say that for the weekend. So I would never tell anybody, I'm not a doctor, let's be clear, but I would never tell anybody, you can't have that. No, don't do that. I would just say, which most doctors say, do it in moderation and enjoy it when you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when the moderation becomes
you can't, you know what? I don't buy certain things. My husband will tell you, and my kids will tell you. One of my children was a juice drinker. She drank juice all the time. I mean, like, she could go through literally half a gallon of orange juice in 2 days. Things like, or apple juice was hers. I stopped buying it. If it's not here, you don't have the temptation. Especially right now in Michigan, I'm not about to start the car. I'm not about to go outside. I'm definitely not walking. That's not going to happen. So if I don't have it here, then I don't have that temptation. If I have healthy options here, like grapes and watermelon and oranges and apples and even peanut butter crackers and, some Nutella for my apples and things. If I have some healthy options, right now, I don't have any potato chips in the house. I don't. I have some popcorn that I bought for my grandbaby. She likes popcorn. So I literally bought a big dollar store one and I put it in sandwich bags. So when she come over, we watch our movie, she go in the room and choose her snacks. But again, within moderation. So I just try to have some healthy options because I like to eat. I'm a snacker. I'm definitely a snacker. So I just got to have good options. That's all, because I'm going to eat.
Got you.
And then I cut myself off. Like 8 o'clock, I'm cut off. Yeah, really it's 6, but at 8, I stopped drinking water. Like, I'm potty training myself because I don't want to be up all night. I want to go to bed with a decent time. I don't want to be up all night. And I want that to not be just sitting there on my stomach, adding another roll. So I just have little tidbits and things I've added over the years, a little bit of this, a time frame here that have helped. And when I tell other people who are normal and don't have any underlying condition, girl, I dropped 20 pounds. I'm like, I know. I know. I'm happy for you.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I know at home, I don't buy it. It's when you're not at home, when somebody's like, so I got this is so funny. I got a box of lemon heads for my birthday from someone.
Old school candy.
And so over a couple of days, I had the box at work. And so I finished it off and left it laying somewhere. Oh, so you eating lemon heads? It's nothing in there.
Right, so, prove it.
So you eating lemon heads? I said it was a gift. What was I supposed to do? Give it back? And he went back to that. So
right, what we doing? Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. He said, I don't have to say nothing. And I said, you already said it. So, it's like sugar right now is the thing right now that, as we say, I need help because, there's the go to the gas station every morning before I go to work because I'm sitting here snacking all day. I probably bought like 2 pops, some chips, sometimes popcorn, just to, in my mind, so I ain't got to get up and go to lunch or, So I feel myself, getting to that place where, you're putting the weight back on because you eating stuff you don't need to be eating. And so again, the healthy you is the step to a healthy you, in my opinion, is being honest, like you said, being honest with yourself. Whoever is out here listening, again, those moments where nobody can take care of you but you.
You got to be true to you. You have to be true to you. That's the thing. I mean, like you said, no,
you have to be true.
You have to actually be able to, know who you are and what you're dealing with. You have to be able to know, what's going to work for you and what's not. And that's what I, for me, my husband, like I said, super supportive. He get on my nerve because he can lose weight real good too. He about this big. He not this big no more, but he this big. But he'll ask me the same thing. So what you doing? I'm like, I was just gonna eat. It's the fun size. He's like, no, But I even have gotten to the point now where I carry. This is the end of them. I literally carry a little Chex Mix in my purse. So I have a little Chex Mix. Because when you stop at the light, like you say, you going to the gas station. So it's like, let me just have something. I won't buy the chips, So yeah. I try to take my lunch. I try to make sure, okay, if I take my lunch, then I'll have something I know is pretty decent, It was funny today. We were ordering lunch. Well, somebody was going to order and I was like, I'm gang. And so me and another girl, we both were like, she was like, I brought my lunch. I was like, me too. But he said, barbecue chicken. So I'm just saying. And then why did the guy change his mind? I was like, we didn't need it. I said,
right.
That was it. I said, let me go in. I had my little bowl. I said, let me go in here, warm up this little soup, So just trying to be proactive as much as possible, planning them lunches, planning that meal prep, planning the snacks, making sure you have everything that you need so that way you're not as tempted, or at least if you're tempted, you have a good option.
So what do you say to the person that's being a healthy you before something happens to you?
Proper planning prevents poor performance. And that's even with your body. We grown now. there's a reason that as a child, your mama took you to the doctor, for preventative care. She took you to the dentist twice a year, get your teeth cleaned. She took you to the eye doctor. It wasn't if you didn't need it. I never had a cavity. I never needed glasses. It was preventative care. And it's the same thing that we have to do now. We have to have preventative care for ourselves, knowing, okay, if real sugar is not for me, let me get stevia. Let me get sugar in the raw. Let me get, okay, I'm gonna bake a cake, but I'm gonna make a sugarless cake. I'm gonna make a flourless cake, but planning and preparing for that so that you have everything that you need. You're not at the last minute trying to make some candy yams and you don't have nothing but white sugar. You're bound. If you didn't plan for it, you're gonna fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So, all these things that we've learned from our ancestors and from some of our greats are things that we have to use today to make us, again, that best us. We have to be proactive rather than reactive. If you drinking a beer or a 40 every night, okay, that may work at 20. At 20, we could do some things. Hit 25, 30, that metabolism slowing down. Hit 40, that metabolism sit there like Bernie. It's like, I ain't going nowhere. You better get on a bike. You better, so we have to be proactive rather than waiting until someone says, yeah, your lab results came back. And that's even with, like, we were talking about with the mental. A lot of times the stress makes you eat, or the what's going on in the world, even the pandemic. A lot of people weren't happy being on lockdown. I was all right with it, but that's me. But a lot of people weren't. So you have people like wondering, well, dang, what am I going to do? Or why am I still in the house and there's nowhere to go? I can't go to the mall. I can't shop. That didn't bother me. Mm-hmm. Be the best you. Be happy with yourself. When I was in high school, I used to date me. I didn't know that that's what it was, but I used to date me. If I called you and I'd be like, hey girl, you want to go see Goonies? And you'd be like, no, that's goofy. That's for kids. I'd be like, oh, okay. I took myself. So sometimes confidence is what's needed to go on ahead and move forward. I was able to say, oh, okay, well, I'll take myself out to eat. I don't have no problem dating me. I'm a good date. I know what I like. I know what I want. I know when I'm ready to leave. I know how to order my food. I'm a good date. So I'm okay with being with me, being the best of me and being true to me. If I can't be true to me, if I'm lying to me, what is everybody else going to do? Besides the fact that half of them who know me looking at me going, she lying. Because people can see the truth. People can see it a lot of times, even when you're in denial, even when you pretending. People see you faking the funk, faking it till you make it. Mm-hmm. So be honest with yourself.
Absolutely. So you mentioned that you had a thyroid issue, right? So with that coming in the pandemic, was this like, okay, we got to do something different here?
It taught me how to do things differently. I am really old school, and I believe I've had a deep freezer since I was about 25. I just felt like it was a necessity, like a coat. So I believe in stocking and storing and saving and things like that. But I'm also the person who, if Kroger say it's 10 for 10, I feel like I got to buy 10. I feel like they not going to give me 2 of them at $1 a piece. I don't know why. But it taught me to not do that. It taught me to get what I needed. Now, I still got all my toilet paper. Don't get it twisted. I had toilet paper, toothpaste, sanitizer, Lysol, I had all that. But it taught me to get what I really needed as far as essentials. And then I discovered some things like Whole Foods that delivers to my house, even when Kroger's won't. because I stay in Detroit. Let's keep it real. But Whole Foods will deliver because that's through Amazon. I also discovered places like HelloFresh and Home Chef. And if y'all see this, y'all owe me some royalties. Don't be sharing this without giving me some money. But I discovered them where I could get fresh foods delivered at a reasonable price and be able to cook different meals for myself and my husband. I know I've been cooking since I was 12, but I cook Southern. So, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, biscuits, things like that. Well, I didn't really think about it at that time. I was just trying to think of some healthy meals and trying to get a little flexibility and variety in it. But with that, I discovered those options. And they saved me actually from going to the store. Everything you need is in that little box, even if it's a clove of garlic or a lemon or a lime, your mushrooms, a little cilantro, it's in there. So at the most you would need oil, salt and pepper, maybe something like that. So that helped me to actually see how much I was wasting going to the store buying 10 for 10 or getting, I'm gonna make some chili one day and you look up and the can is expired, things like that. So it really helped me to focus on not being so wasteful and concentrating on my needs rather than my wants.
So I know when you had said that you were doing conferences with Focus Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And over the years, Focus Hope have definitely changed. Mm-hmm. So where are we at now? Like, I guess getting to a place where all your resources is in one place. Like you said, having the fresh food delivered to your home. A lot of the restaurants are now closing, different things of that nature. So what does the resources look like now?
For a regular person, you're saying? Again, your best resource is you. Is seeing what's available, is trying to see who will deliver or what you need. I go to a fruit market once a week, and that was a necessity, so it was still open. And I would get the fruits and things that I needed, and I cooked fresher. I went back kind of to our grandparents and was cooking fresher and cooking at home. So I honestly didn't, myself or my husband, we didn't gain weight during lockdown because we were just eating, what came to the house or what I got on Wednesday when I went to the fruit market. If I went, I generally go twice a month, but we're very, I wouldn't say we're frugal, but we're mindful. And it's like, okay, well, if I'm only going to leave the house to go to the gas station to get some chips, I'm not going. We don't smoke. We're social drinkers. So I'm not leaving. I can't pay. I don't know. I heard they was like $7 a pack. First of all, I just don't smoke. But I can't pay $7-8 for a pack of cigarettes. I just can't. I would rather eat it or wear it. And since I can't do that with a cigarette, I can't smoke. So it helps that it's also, that's bad for my body and stains my teeth and this and that. But yeah, you got me with the $7 or $8 or whatever dollars it is. I remember when they was $2 and I would buy them for my mama. Yeah, that's I can't do it. I can't do it. Absolutely. So for me, sometimes it's just like, do I want to go out of my way? Do I want to go do that? Do I want to,
So what was also the push to actually have you start this company, with the name, just getting out there and saying, look, one healthy you. I don't even know what the tagline is, but I'm interested to know.
Well, again, just hearing people say, oh, thanks for that advice, or thanks for telling me that, or I didn't know that. Just wanting to share that and to help wherever I could. So the first event that I actually did, and generally we try to do one volunteer thing a month with my company. I have a great team that wanted to help me, that asked to help me, that said, what could I do? They said it real loud. They was like, can I help? I was like, yes, But I have a great team that I love. And we're definitely looking for people who join us if you're serious. But just wanting to give back, wanting to say that I've made a difference, that I've helped out where I could, that I was able to say something to somebody. And just real quick, Focus Hope was one thing, but another thing I did last year from August to December was called Nutritional Notes. That's what I called it. And it was with the Redford Brightmore Institute over at Aldersgate Church off of Outer Drive. And I went there once a month, one Saturday, and I just talked about different healthier options that you could use instead of, maybe eating this, eat that, or let's say different things you can use lettuce for instead of using, eating a sandwich or having a taco or having a burger with bread. Let's see what we could do with this lettuce, and learning all the different types of lettuce and explaining and sharing that information. In that process, I met a guy named Flash. I don't know his government, but Flash. Everybody know Flash over there. And Flash told me one of the last times I was there. Well, he didn't tell me. A nurse came and got me. And I was looking at her like, I was really kind of scared, like, oh Lord, what did she see? Was it something in my walk? Did a patch of hair fall? What is, oh Lord, I'm dying. But she said, I need to tell you this. I need to tell you this. And I'm like, okay. And she says, do you know what he just said? And I was like, no. She was like, he just told me, and he's just sitting there like this. And she said, he just told me that you and I are what's keeping him alive. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And so he went to telling me, he said he had just had a heart attack before he met me, that his blood count was up, that, the doctors were saying he had to make some changes. He said, but I didn't know what to do. And then you showed up and started telling me things I could do to eat healthier. He was like, now my numbers are good again. I didn't ask him to say that. I had no clue. I just walked away. I was so overwhelmed, like, oh my God, I didn't ask him to say that. I didn't even know that. I saw him every time I came, but I didn't pay any mind. That difference was what I was setting out to make. That little bit of help, that little bit of knowledge in whatever way that I could. That's what I wanted to do. And I did that with him. I know that. So that was the whole goal. My mom is a retired social worker from the state of Michigan. My dad has worked at different group homes in addition to his plant job he retired from. So I was raised in Girl Scouts. I raised my girls in Girl Scouts. So I was always taught and raised to give back. And, I donate, I give clothes, I go to church, I pay my tithes, but I wanted to do just a little bit something else. And last year, I was able to do that.
Which is purposeful, of course. We're all here to serve a purpose, with understanding that we are all connected. I don't care where you come from, what religion background, what's your race, any of that. We're all connected. And once we understand that we all need each other, the better off we will be. Of course, we're always sent, and we don't really realize that we're being sent by God to go help somebody until the assignment opens their mouth. We're just doing what we're purpose in our heart to do. We don't know that, hey, I'm sending this person here. And like the guy said, you are one of the reasons why I'm still alive. You don't know at the time. You're just doing what you love to do.
Yes.
And voila, you have saved someone. You probably saved more. They just didn't come back and say. And it was so funny how you said that in the beginning, like, look, I'm going to be one of the ones that come back, like in the story of Jesus and the lepers.
I received that.
So again, we all need each other. Nicole didn't have to tell me about you. She didn't know what I don't disclose all the time what be going on with me.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I heard, look, open up your mouth and say, look, I need help. I need this because at the end of the day, I have other goals. Like, look, I ain't trying to go on no trip or no cruise sick or can't eat what I
Right.
want to eat.
Right.
Can't move because
Right.
my body is acting up because
Right.
I done ate something I wasn't supposed to. It's time out for that. You know what I'm saying? Like being a help to others, it takes a lot to be the trailblazer. But at the end of the day, we all need help. And right now, that moment of being honest and transparent is, look, I got to get my diabetes done together. I don't even claim it. I don't want it. But at the end of the day, there are things that I have to do better for me in order for me to live. Um, I am not no spring chicken. We gonna say all that. I know I look young. It's wonderful. Had those good genes going on, but I'm not no spring chicken.
Yeah.
And so therefore, I have to make sure that I have to eat right. I have to do, I mean, drinking water is nothing to me. I drink that like I'm a fish.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's more to it. And that's the part of the discipline part. I don't want, to be stuck on pills. I don't want to be on insulin. They already said these things, but I choose not to. And so at the end of the day, I have a husband that, we only going on 2 years in.
Okay.
And I don't want anything to be, like you taking care of me. Like, no, dude, we're not doing that.
Y'all got life to live together.
Yes, plenty of it. And
That's
so again, the one healthy you, and I'm looking like, what are we gonna sit here and talk about?
Well, I'm doing a lot. I cook a lot, so I share that on Instagram and Facebook as well. And coming up, really, really important, I just dropped it onto Instagram and Facebook, my Instagram and Facebook page. I have a pre-Mother's Day luncheon coming up on April 30th. And it's going to be for anybody, because I know my daddy coming. He coming. My daddy going to come to whatever. He going to come to a Girl Scout conference if that's what I say. So love him for it. Thank you, Daddy. But anybody is welcome. And it's going to be a lot going on. I have great vendors. There will be live local entertainment, a DJ, raffles. There's some great prizes. There'll be some community women highlighted. And here I wanted to announce, like I said, I just dropped it right before we came on. I am going to highlight one additional woman from this show. Now, what does that mean? That means that somebody who's seeing this or shared this is going to actually go ahead and they're going to drop beneath the post that I made their mom. So Hattie Mae Jenkins. That's what Roscoe Jenkins gonna say. He gonna say, my mama, Hattie Mae Jenkins. He's gonna follow the directions to follow me on social media, share the post and tag 2 other people. And then next week, same time, I'm gonna actually have a drawing and I'm gonna choose one woman from this audience to actually celebrate at that luncheon. So it's just gonna be a bunch of fun. It's gonna be a minute for women to get away, especially those still raising kids, for you to leave them at home, get a babysitter, whatever, just kick back. The food is delicious. If anybody's ever been to Vassal's Banquet Hall, you already know. So food is going to be there. It's going to be a great time. I have some games where people can win additional prizes. It's going to be a small audience. We're looking at right around 75 people because of COVID. I'm not acting like COVID doesn't exist, but we're taking measures. Moms are the reason we're all here today. And bottom line, if we're not on lockdown, we're going to celebrate mama and big mama and, and auntie and all of them. So this will just kickstart it the week before and allow everybody to come out and have a good time, enjoy, get some prizes or presents, and just, begin to enjoy for a minute. Forget forget the outside COVID for just a minute, but it will be hand sanitizer on every table.
Right. What do you feel is the One Healthy You like mission statement or
Oh, that it's just that our mission is to educate, inspire, and motivate wherever we can for everyone to be the best them they could be mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And that's individually and collectively. So it's cool. I have a great marriage, and I've done it wrong a couple times. That's another story. But I have. But this time, again, I did it differently. I was celibate for about 6 or 7 years. And then I waited for my husband to come to me. My Boaz came to me and I waited. And then I checked my Boaz out. I made sure, I put him through the ringer. My girl at the sheriff's office, I can't say her name, but anyway, she was running some information. I gave some other people some information. We made sure he was legit. And then I took him where it mattered. I took him to my church house so he could meet my spiritual father. I took him to my mother and my grandmother, and they grilled him in their own little way. I made sure I tried to just do things differently rather than being spontaneous and doing what the flesh might like or what the eye might like or whatever. I just did things differently and did what I felt God wanted me to do and was the best for me. And this has been the greatest journey. So I thank God for that. And it taught me patience. It taught me to wait. It taught me to be quiet. I know I'm talking now, but it taught me to be quiet, and it taught me to just do things a little differently. And that too is a part of being healthy. You can't just have what you want because you want it. You can't just shop all the time because you got money. There's things that you can't do. Self-discipline is a part of spirituality. It's a part of human nature. It's a part of, every part of your being. You can't just draw all the time unless that's your job. But at the same time, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So you still have to have balance. That's part of being healthy. You have to have that balance. You got to have time for yourself, time with your girls or your boys, time with the family, time for date night. So again, my mission statement was to do just that, to be the best you could be in every aspect, individually and collectively. And I tried to encompass that in my verbiage.
it is very important to have balance. I know people who just church and can't have a decent conversation. If you said 2 + 2 was 4,
I'm offended. You know
it's
that one. I'm offended. Huh?
not even that. It's the Lord said, really?
Right.
Stop it.
Why y'all talking about me?
So it is important that even when you have the person looking, dating, whatever you want to call it, you still have to have a balanced conversation. Everything can't be churchy, because I've been
right. Well, one thing I can say was different about our love story too. I have to say this. He checked me. And what I mean by that is, and you got to understand, my husband is from Shaker Heights, Ohio. Okay, with a straight Detroit girl, right? And when I talked to him, he said he was tired of dealing with people who was liars, hypocrites, And so he was like, one of the questions when we talked on one of our conversations, he said, "What church do you go to?" And I told him, and he was like, "You go online?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "You go to a church?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, where is it located? Because I see one in California." And I was like, we on the phone talking now. I'm like, huh? And he said, "I see this one in California." I said, "No, it's in Detroit." So then I began to hear him typing. So I'm holding the phone like, no. First of all, I was a little turned on that he could type. I was like, okay. But then I'm like, he checking? So he was like, well, what's your web page? And I told him, but somehow he got the Facebook page first. He was like, no, I see Facebook. What is your web page? You don't know it? And I was like, yeah. So I told it to him. And he was like, oh, okay. He says, so, what denomination? It looks like you're not denominational. I said, well, my pastor, is out of Greater Grace. So we're apostolic Pentecostal. He was like, okay. Are you filled? I was like, yeah. He was like, okay. He said, he tells me later, he sat back. He was like, tell me what you want. I was like, he said he was tired of the bull. So he was like, let me see what she about. Let me ask the question. He wanted to know that I want kids too. I was like, no, I got kids. I'm done with that. He was like, cool. So those were his questions, like to see where my head was and what I wanted to do. And I say that to say, again, don't rush into things, but know how to communicate. That's something that I focused on with date night. I did couples date night a couple of times. Couples just literally came out. We would pick a topic and talk about it, but then we would have something to eat. But we would also talk about our struggles and how a communication went wrong or how we overcame something. And that was something that we talked about. And the couples who came really said they enjoyed it. But sometimes we need that. We need to know that somebody else is going through it. We need to know that somebody else has already done this, that it's possible. It's okay. I can get through it. And that's what it's all about. And oftentimes we don't talk. We keep it to ourselves. We shut in. We don't talk to anybody, or we telling people what we want them to know. And we don't get the answers of how to handle it. Now we're handling it with our own possibly ignorant knowledge, because we never done. If you never done this before, how you know how to handle it? If you never had a baby before, how you gonna tell somebody how this baby gonna go? Not to mention, every baby is not the same. You need to go over there with grandma now. Grandma now gonna tell you how to handle this baby instead of you trying to wing it and stress yourself out on your own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think those things of actually being open and honest and transparent is very important, especially in any type of relationship. And especially talking about marrying somebody. There's some things I'm still finding out that I forgot to ask that.
How I missed that?
Wait.
Yeah.
So again, there's the whole point of knowing you, being a healthy you. I tell even the younger ones that's in their 20s think they know themselves. Baby, you still learning yourself. So all that, I'm about to get married.
And you're gonna change. So are y'all gonna change together? Are you gonna grow together or grow apart? And how are you gonna see to that? If you're not, I do check-ins every so often. For real. I'll be like, we good? No, are we really good? I'll text them. So, you happy? Is there something else I can do? Is there something else you need from me? What else can I do?
And that's really good too. Because I mean,
I'm honestly,
we get lax. We get comfortable.
You can't.
And that's the part that, we all somewhere along the line felt guilty in, like, okay, this is the routine. And sometimes we don't even talk about it.
No,
it's like,
it just happens.
Okay, you take this role, I take this role, and then we, okay.
Look up like, you down there,
honey? Right. And so you start, like, then you find out later, like, I really didn't like that. I was just doing that because.
Yes.
Wait, huh?
Oh, we have moments of truth. It's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Okay, you ready? Okay, you probably not gonna like it. And I'm gonna be honest. I check me before I say what I want to say. It's like, okay, how can I say this? How can I? Okay, I'm gonna say this like this. I really do, because I'm used to just saying it, and it's not right. I've had my mother tell me, "You said that," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I meant. That's Nicole, you can't say that like that. And in my mind, I can't. Why not? That's what I wanted to say. So, but I got to be conscious. I don't want nobody talking to me any kind of way. I don't want nobody treating me any kind of way. Okay, well, that's somebody's child too. If nothing else, because both his parents are deceased, he's still a child of God. So who am I to sit up there and treat him like that? Do I really want to anger God? Do I really want to treat him like that? Karma's a mug. Do I want to treat him like that? And then he turn around and say something to me, then I'm be mad, right? How you gonna be mad? You got to think about it. My grandfather used to tell me, think before you speak. He got on my nerve when he was saying it then.
It's the truth.
Yeah, but look, he gone home now. What I would give to hear him say.
So for me, a lot of stuff is my facial expressions say everything.
Oh, my mouth been delivered, but my face hasn't. I be quiet. And now with these masks, you know, I could sit there and my mouth be open and I be like, but my face is telling me. I gotta work on that. That my face.
I've been working on that for a long time.
Yes, yes, I agree.
So again, one healthy you is very important. That you have to, for me, is sticking a mirror in your face. Coming to the realization that you're not perfect, for one. Two, that you're still a work in progress. That means whoever you're in contact with is also a work in progress. And everybody don't think like you. Everybody don't move like you. Even though sometimes you will wish they would, because I can help you, but it don't always work that way. So again, I have come to the realization again that you got to be honest and transparent with not only the people that you're with. It's very important for them, even in the support system, that I need you and you need me, even though I can't stand that song. But however, I'm sorry, whoever wrote that. Was it Hezekiah? I'm sorry.
I know. When you said it, I was hearing it like, oh my goodness, yeah.
I think it is Hezekiah Walker.
Okay.
Sorry, you didn't hear that. I don't like
right. We was just saying.
They played it so much. So anyway, again, a whole hour goes so fast when you're having fun, when you're having conversations about improving yourself, and that's all about self-care. And that's what this 2022 is definitely, since day one, been the year that I will continue to do self-care with myself. And that means constantly evaluating myself when it comes to even dealing with the human beings and even the aliens however, and so is the constant evolving to being a better version of yourself, whatever that entails, whether it's taking classes, whether it's doing YouTube videos of how to, communicate, listen better, digress, less stress, all of these things to, make sure your smile is real. I have come to find out that I have very beautiful dimples.
That's right. That's right.
And I got good teeth too. So therefore,
hello, look, let me smile. That's right. That's right.
So therefore, I have to continue to, make the effort of smiling more, and really taking consideration other people's feelings. Like, I can't be selfish and be like, well, why can't you just do what I asked you to do? Why are we fighting about this? It's over with. It's stamped. It's approved. It's over. Just do it. And so again, is the moments that when you find that partner that's really your friend, that includes your husband, wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, however, that moment where they pull you to the side and be like, look, I didn't like this. I think you should.
Next time.
Next time, yeah. And so you know, eat the humble pie
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and say, you're right. I apologize.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a good
oh,
one.
oh, didn't that hurt? Didn't that? And because I'm like you, I don't say I'm sorry. I apologize.
What was that?
Yeah, and he has done that to me. I'm sorry. Can you say it louder? Because you was real. I'll be like, I apologize.
Yeah, so we get to learn from our mistakes, learn the lessons. That is one of the things that I really, really, truly understood in 2021 was learning the lessons. Sometimes that was a hard pill to swallow, but thank God he gives it to you again to pass.
Oh, you go get that lesson till you pass it.
And then on top of that, then
you hit your head on the same brick and get a headache.
And then you take those lessons and you regurgitate it to someone else. Maybe that wasn't a good word, but you give it to you give it to someone else. So listen, baby,
I done did that.
I done did it already. That don't work. So for all those who are young, I'm not deterring you from early marriage, if that's what you choose. But I need you to learn you, live out whatever your dreams is. If you want to go to the moon and back,
do it.
You don't have anyone to be like, look, I think going to the moon is stupid.
You're right.
But that's my dream. No. Then there's that compromising thing. It's the listen, there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into relationships that baby, you ain't ready for.
That's right. Relationships, children,
the whole nine. I just want y'all
adulthood
to do you.
Y'all better stay like a Toys R Us kid.
If I could. And the things that I know now.
Yes.
I would have pushed myself a little bit more.
Yes, absolutely.
I would have been more adventurous. A lot of stuff I would have did differently.
Yes.
But and again, this knowledge that we have as the elders supposed to teach the young ones. This is where we are now. That the knowledge that we have learned and the reason why you started your company, the reason why that I'm here doing this ministry that I do daily is because I want you to be the best you, the best version, whether I connect you with someone else that has been there, done that, and getting the support system of being the best you. Because sometimes stepping out on your own can be very scary sometimes. But there's people out here like Miss Dillard who has been there, done that, give it to you with the cough medicine that makes you laugh like Mary Poppins. A spoonful of sugar that I ain't supposed to be eating. But however,
we'll give you a little raw honey.
You just gotta laugh. So again, thank you so much for this conversation. I had a ball. I think my jaw still hurt.
Good. Laughter is good for the soul. See, another one.
And we pretty. Did you know
we that? I know, right?
Girl, you is fine. Got this. I ain't put my hair on tonight, but
I put on new hair.
It's swinging though.
Thank you.
Again, everyone, I want everybody to like, share, support, push. If you are on the YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. I would pretty please, and appreciate it. Again, if you could tell them how to get in touch with you before I say goodnight.
Absolutely. On Facebook and Instagram, I am the number one healthy underscore, the one on the bottom, you. And my website is www.mrsmrs, the number one, healthyu.com. So it's all about being healthy. You can reach me via any one of those healthy journeys. Please make sure you get your Mother's Day ticket and nominate your mom. Let's swag her out this time.
Absolutely. So again, I want you to thank you again for coming in as a guest. I have truly enjoyed you. Of course, I am already following you. Again, I will share everything that we have talked about tonight. Again, I want you to enjoy the rest of your evening as I digress.
That's right. Self-care is important.
Absolutely. I done had a long day. You hear me?
Yes. You've been popping. You've been popping, sis.
So again, this is for those who don't know, tomorrow I have one more show with my friend Ace. That is out here getting the bag with this music producing. So I want you guys to tune in tomorrow at 7. I think it's 7. Yes, 7 with him tomorrow. And then I'm off for the rest of the week and we back at it on Tuesday. So again, you're one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. It's Keeping It Real, Conversations with Sunshine. And I will talk to y'all soon.